Welcome back guys to my brand new tutorial. In today's video we're going to create separate pages for our blog posts in our blog application using Django and Python. Alright, as I said in this video, we're going to create separate pages for our blog posts, so let's start right away. So I first want to show you what I want to do. So for example, we have right here, basketball is my favorite sport blog post. And also I have now added Django is the best language blog post right here. So now what I want to do, so for example, users that want to visit this website want to see why the Django is the best language. Now we see right here the description, but later on I will only display a couple of characters in this description right here. So users will need to actually click on this blog post right here to see more about it. So also we will later on add likes, comments, stuff like that. So I want to create separate pages for these blog posts right here so the users can actually see more about them. So let's start by creating a new HTML file called base.html. Now what is this? Why didn't I call this blogpost.details or something? This is because we will use the same page structure we used on our homepage. We will use the same page structure on every single page we create in the future. And now why wouldn't we just create a new base.html file that will actually copy all of this styling we have on our homepage right here and actually apply it to other pages. Actually Django provides us with that functionality to do so, so I will just now show you how to do it. So the first thing we want to do is cut all of this stuff, so until we see this body tag, so I'll again make you see it. So this body tag, so copy all of that or cut it actually, and yeah, save this file now. And now we can go to this base.html file, and now right here also in our homepage get these two body and HTML closing tags. And now what we're going to do is actually allow every page to have its own unique stuff on their HTML frontend. So what I mean by that, so as I said earlier, we want to have the same page structure on every single website, but we don't want to show every blog post on every on every page on our website. We don't want to show this blog name, or we want to actually we don't want to show this follow me popular post and stuff like that. When we want to, for example, log in, register, see details about this blog post, we only want those things to show on this homepage right here. We only want to see this blog name right here, and also footer and stuff like that on every single page we have. So to do that, we need right here in our body tags to type curly bracket and these two percentage signs, and inside of them just type block and then call it body. And we need to copy this and then end block. So what I did here is I allowed every single web page that uses this page structure in their HTML frontend to have its unique stuff go right here in the body tags. So for example, in our homepage, I will put every single line of this code in that base.html in there, so right here. So that is what this block body does, and then block also. And also we want to have a unique title for each page. We don't want every single page to be called homepage, so we can do so too. I'll call this actually all blog joker, not all code joker. And yeah, just right here add just a similar thing, so two percentage signs inside of the curly brackets, and inside of that just type block, let's call it title. So the same thing, it's not body, it's title. And we also need to end that block and block. Alright, so now on every single page we want to use this page structure on, we can actually define the unique title for that page we want to use it on. So yeah, I think we got everything. Alright, so now if we save this file and go to use it in our homepage.html, now we can actually just type right here also this exclamation, or sorry, curly bracket and these percentage signs, and inside of them just type extends and then base.html. So just like this. So now we will use this base.html as our starting styling of this page. So now we actually need to type those blocks I talked about. So let's call this block body. So this will go inside of our body tag right here. Let me find it. Okay, so right here, block body. So this will be typed inside of the body tag, and also remember we have this title tag right here, so I'll actually copy that and just paste it right here, and I'll call this homepage title, so you can just see that something actually changed from the previous structure. So go to our homepage right here and refresh it right here. Alright, we have a problem. Alright, we didn't close a block body right here. Yeah, I called it block body also, but I need to end block instead of that. And yeah, we should be good now. Alright, I have had a indentation problems with my prettier right there, so I needed to actually enable it. So yeah, if we refresh this page, we can actually see right here that it typed all block joker and homepage title right there. And we can actually see that every single aspect of that homepage was actually saved, but now in the base.html title, not in the homepage.html. Alright, so using the same logic, now we can actually apply it to create the separate pages for our blog post, which you actually clicked on this video for. So right here, let's create a new file, and let's call it BlogPost details, alright, and .html right here. Alright, and now go to our homepage right here and actually copy all of this stuff we see right here and paste it right there. And also we need to close that block body, so let's do it right here. So for the title, let's just type blog. We will leave this for the later. Alright, and now we first need to go to our views to actually make the logic for our blog post details to actually work. So right here, let's create a new function and let's call it also blog post underscore detail. So, alright, and request, and also we need this PK, and you'll see why in a couple of seconds. So right here in our homepage, we saw how to actually see every single blog post that we have in our database. Now to actually create a separate page for our blog post, we need to use some kind of parameter to actually grab individual blog posts, so when user clicks on them, only that blog post pops up and not all of the other ones from the database. So to do that, we need this PK right here, and we're getting it from the ID column inside of our models. We can't see it, but it is there because it's automatically made by Django. We don't need to specify it right there. So yeah, that PK will be shown in our URL in the top right. So right here, it will type something like blog post and then slash and that PK, for example. So 4, but if we want to get this basketball post, we'll type 0, for example. If we want this Django, it will be 1 and stuff like that. So yeah, we just delete this, and now to actually make it work, we'll type almost the same code as this one, but let's remove the S from here, and instead of .all, so blogpost.objects, not .all but .get, and inside of right here, just type pk equals to pk. And this is just that ID field from our models that is automatically created by Django. We don't need to specify it. So you can also type right here ID equals to PK, which I like more because I know what is the ID and what is the PK we're getting from the URL. So yeah, let's just return a render. So yeah, I am copying pasting, but it's really the same code and I explained it clearly, so don't judge me. And yeah, just type right here instead of the contents. So this is the contents that we can use right here in the details to actually specify real data from our database, not just dumb data. And instead of this homepage.html, it's called blog post details. Alright, details. Alright, I think we have everything. Now we can go to our blog post details and actually apply those changes we just typed in our views.py. So we call this variable blog post, and instead of this title, let's call it blog, and instead of right here, just type blog post dot title. So this will display a title of our blog post. Let's actually delete this blog thing. So we'll only display, let me show you. So we'll display this old blog joker, and then this, and then we'll have this minus right here, and then display this title of our actual blog post from our database. Alright, so we have displayed this title of our blog post, but we also need to display the body of our blog post, which is actually more important. So right here, let's just add a new h1 tag, and instead of that, just type these double curly brackets, and instead of them, blog post dot, let's also type title. So I'll just show the titles for now. Later on I will style it in this video, don't worry, but just for the testing and debugging, I'll just print these two stuff. Alright, so go to urls.py, and now we need to create a URL to that specific blog post using this pk right here. So go to our urls.py, and instead of this, let's call it blog post, and then slash, and now that pk. But you can't just type pk, you need to type it like it's a variable. So you do that by typing this less than, and then int, because this is a integer. ID field is the number actually, so yeah, we should do it by int right here. You can also type str, which is the string, but yeah, it's more productive to use int right here. And just type pk right here, and that's it. You have done everything. So just int and then pk, and yeah, we have the individual IDs from our database to be shown in our URL, so we can grab it and show the specific blog post that user clicked on. And it's not homepage view, it's actually blog post details view, and for the name, let's also use that same blog post details. So yeah, let's go to our homepage, and we actually need to type it manually because I didn't add any of the links. So blog post and then slash, and let's just type 1. And we actually see basketball is my favorite sport pops up title. And we can also type 2 right here, and we should expect to see Django title, and we do. So yeah, we see that works. Now let's actually add, so the user from the home page can actually access this page not by typing it manually, but actually clicking on it in the home page. Alright, so find our title right here in our homepage.html, and just add a tag or href tag right here, and I can just cut this and put it at the end of there, and just type href right here. And for the href, you just want to type also this curly bracket and then this percentage sign, and type URL right here, and then what is the name of the URL in our urls.py. So this field right here, just copy whatever you type there. You can just type joker and it will still work, but I recommend you use the same name you used inside of your views. So just copy that and paste it inside of that URL, and also from this variable grab the primary key. So this is how we actually can grab a specific ID on our home page to actually make a link to our specific pages. So yeah, we have done everything right there. So we can refresh this, and we can actually see it is now in a blue color. So we can click on it, and we should go to that page right there, and we can do the same for the Django, and it works. Alright, and now I'll spend a couple of minutes styling this specific blog post page. So yeah, I will be here in a couple of minutes. Alright, so I have styled this page, so now let's see how it looks. So let's refresh this page, and now we can actually see the title of this page. We can see who made it, what is the category, and also the date. We see the image, and we see the description right here. And yeah, later on we will add likes right here, comments, stuff like that. So yeah, make sure to stay tuned and watch this project till the end, because we will build a really cool blog application. If you like this video, make sure to check out the pinned comment of this video. I made a free PDF guide on how to help you pass the beginner stage and escape the tutorial hell. And also, I have got another great video right here on screen. Make sure to check it out, and I'll see you in that one.